My hair looks like a bird's nest, so I just thought I would do a quick video. My voice sounds so much better. I went to an ER on Friday thinking I had had a reaction to a medication and it developed into this cough. ER doctor said, "You have bronchitis." I guess I should wait for people to show up, but I'm not going to be here long, at least on video. So he said I had bronchitis. He also talked about platelets, how high my platelets were. But that's another story. It has to do with COVID. I insisted on a COVID test. You know, the one that goes up your nose is very, very uncomfortable. And I tested positive for it. They contacted me the next day. And they even called my mother because I wasn't answering the phone. But I felt so bad. You have no idea. My symptoms, I believe, started like the Friday before last, I think. I wanted to talk about the ER. I don't think people understand that I see what I think's a COVID surge. I have a child that's a little accident prone, so we've been to this ER in Arkansas a few times. And at most, there may have been 2 or 3 in the waiting room, and that was rare. And when I got there, there's maybe 5 seats left, and people were getting violently ill, and, you know, the little baggies, and I sat near a corner thinking, I'll be safe from COVID. But I already had it. And the staff there getting people in and out, being very efficient, I might add. But this COVID that I had a very, very productive cough. There's just a number of things that weren't typical from what I knew of COVID, and maybe they are typical, but I wonder if this is a variant. So if you think you're safe right now, do not be disillusioned. Hi, people. Oh, it wants me to rotate it. Learning to sleep on your side and not your back is key to recovery, in my opinion. Moving around is key. Don't just lay still for hours upon hours. I'm doing much better than I was. It was hard to breathe. It felt like someone was sitting on my chest, like my lungs were really thick. So, taking vitamin D3, I think, made my experience a lot better. And I've been taking vitamin D3. I have no idea where I caught COVID. I tried to figure it out, and the tracer had called, and we're trying to figure out where, to try to notify anyone I could. I'd gone through a drive-thru at Sonic. I called them. Just any place I could that I could recall that I went to. I think that's important and good manners to go ahead and call those places. The fever was what I heard. Hard to keep down. Excuse me. But I think we really have to look at the risk. Now, for my family, we have a lot of reactions to medications. Well, that's what I thought had happened last week. I had taken Trulicity. It had kind of a bad reaction the first time I took it. And I'm like, man, this is kicking my butt. And I think I did have a reaction, but it was made worse with COVID-19. I don't know if you have questions, but Anyway, I'm still kicking. And this morning I did not have a fever. Knock on wood. Or my pillow. I guess that's it. I want people to know it's not safe. I believe the mask does not prevent everything, but it's better than nothing. And I hope no one catches this that I know. I'll be going back to Oklahoma once I get done with this. I'm in Arkansas because I'm making repairs to a place we have here. Gosh, I really didn't have points to talk about other than I want you to know there is a surge based on that emergency room that I saw where it was incredibly full. People were violently ill. I felt like I was in a movie. Does that make sense? Well, I've been talking too much, so it's going to cause me to cough more. But thank you for, excuse me, listening. Stay safe. And please don't think you're safe. Please don't. Maybe that sounds like fear-mongering, but I think it's just wisdom. And get your vaccine. I think the risk of having a vaccine reaction is much lower than it is that you'll most certainly get COVID at one point. Is it worth the risk of not getting one? I don't think so. Now, I'm not a big fan of Johnson & Johnson, but the Moderna was the one I was going to get. So, it's going to be okay. We're all going to be okay, but we need to be wise. It's time to isolate again and try to stay home as much as possible. Because if you saw what I saw, I think you would be concerned. I don't even know how long I've been on this thing. Maybe I'll talk later if somebody has questions. I still currently have it. All right, thank you.